The story of Saint Ephraim, Deacon and Doctor of the Church.
Subscribe to our channel to receive more content like this.
Let me tell you the story of a man whose words were like fire, burning with truth, beauty, and deep love for God. He wasn't a bishop or a great warrior. He didn't lead armies or build kingdoms. He used something much simpler, yet more powerful: his voice. This is the story of Saint Ephrem of Syria, a deacon, a poet, and one of the greatest teachers the church has ever known. Ephraim was born around the year 306 in the city of Nisibis, in what is now modern-day Turkey. Back then, the Roman Empire was struggling. Wars, divisions, and religious tension filled the air. Ephraim grew up in a Christian family, or at least that's what many believe. But what's clear is this: from an early age, Ephraim had a deep hunger for truth. He wanted to understand who God really was, not just from rules and rituals, but from the heart. As a young man, he joined the local church and became a deacon, not to seek power, but to serve. Now, every great voice needs a guide, and for Ephraim, that was Bishop James of Nisibis, a holy man who shaped him deeply. Under Bishop James, Ephraim learned the scriptures, practiced prayer, and began writing. But not just any kind of writing. He wrote hymns and poems full of rich images and deep meaning. Imagine sermons turned into songs, theology turned into melody. This was Ephraim's gift. He made complicated ideas about God easy to understand and hard to forget. But life wasn't peaceful for long. In the year 363, the Persians attacked Nisibis, the Romans lost the battle, and the Christians were forced to flee. Ephraim, along with many others, had to leave everything behind. He ended up in Edessa, a new city, a new home. But instead of giving up or growing bitter, he poured his energy into something else: teaching, writing, and defending the faith. Now, here's something you need to know. Back then, many people were twisting Christian beliefs. Some said Jesus wasn't really God. Others said he wasn't really human. Confusion spread fast, and the truth was in danger of being lost. But Ephraim didn't fight with fists or swords. He fought with poetry. He wrote beautiful hymns explaining the truth about Jesus, his divinity, his humanity, his love for the world. People would sing his hymns in churches, in homes, in the streets. It was like planting seeds of truth in people's hearts through song. Even as his influence grew, Ephraim stayed humble. He never became a priest. He never asked for fame. He lived in a simple cave outside Edessa, eating little, praying often, and writing constantly. To him, wisdom wasn't just about what you know, but how you love. And for Ephraim, love meant serving others. One story says that during a terrible famine, he came out of his cave and took charge of organizing food for the poor. He didn't just write about compassion, he lived it. Ephraim died around the year 373. He left behind hundreds of hymns, poems, and sermons, many of which are still read and sung today. The Church later gave him the title Doctor of the Church, one of the highest honors for a teacher of the faith. But maybe his greatest legacy isn't a title. It's this truth. That beauty and truth belong together. That faith doesn't have to be dry or distant, and that even a simple deacon, armed with a pen and a heart full of love, can change the world. So, what can we learn from Saint Ephrem? That words matter, that faith and beauty go hand in hand, that you don't need to be a bishop or a scholar to teach the truth. You just need courage, humility, and a heart that listens to God. Saint Ephrem reminds us, sometimes the strongest voice is the one that sings. Saint Ephrem of Syria, pray for us.